tripping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
Hi students. It's been a while since we've seen each other. I'm making a video at this time because we stand at a moment in history. And I'll be very brief because I'm going to show you a few short videos that explain this better. But in the last 4 years of your life, and in your total 15 or 18 years, a lot of things have happened. And so maybe it's helpful for someone to say, this isn't normal, and this is not how things should be. Elections never used to happen like this. So yeah, you might be tired of videos, but I make this in the hope of two things. One, that you will seek to learn and grow yourself by seeing what's happening in the world around you. And two, that then you will use that knowledge, and other knowledge that you gain through school, to grow into the people that make this country recover and heal from where we are right now. So as you've probably seen on the news, and you'll see more in a moment, our seat of government was threatened by terrorists angry about the election on Wednesday. You'll watch a brief explanation of what this was and why it happened. And that will then be followed by a clip of one woman's experience and commentary, shedding light on what we saw this summer and other times of protest and how this time was different. As you watch, I invite you to ask a lot of questions. What do you think and feel as you watch this? What was really happening? Why was it happening? And why is this a big deal? At the end, there are a few ways that you can channel your energy that you experience into action. And then later this next week, you'll have the chance to get answers to those questions and learn more from our teachers and staff about what this moment in time means. So I hope you stay safe. I hope you have health and peace in this new year and in this new quarter. I also hope that by learning more, we find solutions to hard problems. So keep asking questions. We miss you, and stay safe.
Congress has voted to affirm the election of President-elect Joe Biden after a chaotic day where rioters, fueled by demands to overturn the election, breached the Capitol. The process of affirming the electors from states is a basic duty for Congress. Usually that involves a joint session of the House and Senate. Lawmakers vote their approval and move ahead with plans for inauguration with little notice. This year, the event started under a cloud of objections from a group of Republican lawmakers supporting President Trump's false claims of widespread voter fraud. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and several other GOP leaders rejected their claims, saying it's the constitutional duty of Congress to uphold the election results reported by states. The protest outside the Capitol turned violent as lawmakers began to debate the first of those objections. A group of pro-Trump extremists had gathered in Washington to protest the process. Trump addressed the crowd early in the day before a faction headed to the Capitol. By mid-afternoon, the Capitol and the surrounding area were thrown into chaos as the group tore down barricades and broke windows and doors. Once inside, they roamed the halls, tossed papers in private offices, and broke into the Senate chamber. Members and staff were forced to shelter in secure rooms in buildings that can be reached through underground tunnels. It took hours to clear the Capitol and allow lawmakers to return to the House and Senate to complete their constitutional duty. Lawmakers condemned the violence, with Vice President Mike Pence, who presided over the session, describing it as a dark day. Ultimately, Congress voted down objections to vote counts in Arizona and Pennsylvania and approved Biden's win in the early hours of this morning. And in a statement released just after the certification was finalized, Trump acknowledged his loss and pledged, quote, an orderly transition on January 20th. But he added he disagrees with the results of the election. Kelsey Snell, NPR News, Washington.
The reason, as Claire talked about, that these people were so unafraid of the cops who were sparsely distributed through our Capitol, which hasn't been breached since 1812, when it was burned. The reason they could easily and casually, with their cameras on, film themselves throwing things through the walls of our Capitol, our property, going inside the Capitol, sitting in Speaker Pelosi's office, casually take pictures of themselves, have that played on Fox News. They know that they are not in jeopardy because the cops are taking selfies with them, walking them down the steps to make sure they're not hurt, taking care with their bodies, not like they treated Freddie Gray's body. White Americans aren't afraid of the cops. White Americans are never afraid of the cops, even when they're committing insurrection, even when they're engaged in attempting to occupy our Capitol to steal the votes of people who look like me. Because in their minds, they own this country, they own that Capitol, they own the cops work for them, and people like me have no damn right to try to elect a president. Because we don't get to pick the president. They get to pick the president. They own the president. They own the White House. They own this country. And so when you think you own it, you own the place, you ain't afraid of the police because the police are you and the police reflect back to them. We're with you. You're good. We're not going to hurt you because you're not them. Guarantee you if that was a Black Lives Matter protest in DC, there would already be people shackled, arrested, or dead.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll.
Hi, I'm Daisy and I'm one of the Director of Immigration Advocates of Excel, and it was previously known as Student Immigration Movement called STIM, which was a student-led club and was started in 2018. Our purpose for our club is to be able to educate people from our community about immigration issues but also their stories. This not only relate to Latin American countries but also around the world.
I'm Alicia and I'm also one of the directors for IAE. During the month of January, we will be dedicating time to celebrate immigration with different activities. Although we aren't currently at school to celebrate IAE Affinity Month, we will still be able to celebrate virtually. Some of these activities include whole school movie night, virtual games, and school trivia.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm also one of the directors of IAE, and the reason that we chose January is because January is the start of a new year, and a new year is usually thought of as a new opportunity to look for growth, for change, and maybe even a new environment. So immigration is similar to that in the aspect that immigrants come to the U.S. to start a new life, look for the opportunities that they've always looked for. And while Immigration Awareness Month may not be celebrated internationally, we celebrate the stories here at Excel to showcase people of all backgrounds. And we have over 30 countries here represented at Excel.
The scrub's checking me and his game is kinda weak. And I know that he cannot approach me, cause I'm looking like glass and he's looking like trash. Can't get with no deadbeat ass, so no.
It's a baby penguin. He's caught on an iceberg. Ooh, a baby penguin caught in an iceberg. What's a penguin? What's an iceberg?
They always say remove all negative energy from your life. That's exactly what I did. I looked at my assignments and closed my laptop. I'm so done with school, I'm about to put my 2-week notice. Yup, my homework not done, but I'm done with it. Got me dead. That is a cockroach.
Okay, class, does anyone know the answer to question 2? Anyone? Okay, since no one wants to answer, I'm going to just pick on someone. Okay. Antonio? Antonio? Antonio!
Yes?
Where were you?
I was here the whole time. My Wi-Fi was lagging.
Okay then, what's the answer to number 2?
36?
What? Antonio, this is English.
Oh. Can you teach me how to drive, Mom? Period! Let's go! Bye! Why are you screaming like that? I'm alive, but I'm dead.